So now we move on to the next case. Yes. So this was a patient of 70 years old male patient, and he started with the fever and lung affection was there. If you can see the CT scan report, the first was done on 30th of September and next was done in the month of October. So those were the short cases which I presented. Now the session which I have basically wanted to share, I kept it very short to the point. There are multiple cases what we can see over here, how the patients initially came with ground glass opacity and how he improved. At that time the situation was such that we cannot basically do RT-PCR test for each and every patient because there was a lot of panic going on in Mumbai basically at that time. So these were the old cases what I had presented. Right now the situation has changed. uh, the patients are able to do RT-PCR, but there are a lot of cases, so I couldn't again show you those cases because the situation is such bad in April that we were working since morning 10 o'clock to night 12 o'clock and not able to handle the patient. So Dr. Shaji, on my request, arranged this session on Sunday for me, and I'm very thankful to Dr. Shaji that he gave this time on Sunday because this is one day which we keep our clinics closed and give time to our family and to our learning. So now we will be processing from what we had seen. The cases what we see now we need to process. And basically why have we assembled over here is to learn something and apply in our own clinic. The whole purpose of for me to show this my own cases in the way I have taken rather than changing the pattern in the way I have taken is basically so that any homeopath, may it be a younger homeopath or an who is in more experience, can utilize these important things in his day-to-day practice and save the lives of our patient because right now we are facing a very difficult situation. Mumbai, the cases has reduced since last 5 days, what I can say, but in other states there is a constant call coming for this treatment. So we move to the next slide. So what should be the case taking in this cases? So I would like you all to save, if you want, you can save the slides by taking a screenshot on your own mobile or laptop, that at least while taking a case keep this pattern in your mind so that constantly when you're taking the case you don't miss any point. So the location, the sensation and modality and the concomitant symptoms are very important while taking the case in a COVID patient. Concomitant, I would like to say that especially in the fever time, if the patient is saying that during fever I have the specific so and so symptom, while coughing there is a pain in the chest. So these are important symptoms. While coughing there is a discharge of urine. So these are the smaller things which are PQRS for us and help quite a lot. You have to also be taking a balanced decision because at times if a patient is aged and he is coughing, the discharge of urine would be normal. But if a young patient who didn't have that age and if he is experiencing the same symptoms, so you have to then consider it as a PQRS. So all the symptoms are not taken at just a face value, but you have to judge it according to different background points. You have to also give importance to the organ affected over there, in which climate you are treating this patient. Right now in India, in Mumbai, there is a hot climate. Now at since last 1 month the climate was, now it is turning cloudy. So you have to understand how the season is changing. Again it goes to the rainy season or a winter, the medicines changes. The same thing I wanted to tell basically in a preventive medicine also. Like sir mentioned that I prescribed bryonia medicine to lot amount of patients. We basically in Mira Bhainder, I should appreciate that we have a very good amount of homeopaths who are very enthusiastic. They all came together. We discussed when the pandemic started in the month of the February that what at least as a homeopath we can play importance in the society. And at those time we I would say that Dr. Andrew Sain, he is a good homeopath in Canada. So I at that time itself started seeing the data which they were collecting because the cases first started in other countries like Italy, European nations, USA, and then it's like slowly shifted to our India. So at that time, we studied those patterns, what they were doing, what preventive medicines they were selecting, and why they were selecting, because they were seeing that same pattern in a large number of cases. And this is the, I should remind you again, this was the same basis what Dr. Hanneman also informed us, then when you see a lot number of cases, and if you see that in maximum patient there is a similar medicine which is coming, then while consulting with other homeopaths you can decide that this should be a, can be a, or should be a genus epidemics at that time. And I should tell you, with our experience, we did a very proper study. We gave the large number of frontline workers the medicine Bryonia. We compared the data when they were working in with or coming in contact with the COVID patient, that before giving the medicine, how many number of healthcare, and post giving a medicine, how many healthcare workers got affected, and you can see there was a very less casualty and very less number of patients got infected by COVID even after exposure to the disease. So this was the thing what we did, and I should tell you the efforts which we put in the initial February month until March, April gave us the benefits in the month of May. This is what I want to share with you all. Time of aggravation, the type of discharge with the patient is having is also very important. Many COVID patients are generally, if you can see a common symptom, that they are having a whitish expectoration or a transparent. But if you can get over here that the patient is having yellow expectoration, greenish expectoration, or there is a blood in expectoration, this becomes an important thing for us. We move on to the next slide. What is the pattern of the fever that the patient is having? Chill, heat, sweat during those phases also, what symptom the patient is developing is important for us. Concomitant complaints during the fever. The patient is thirsty or thirstless, the thermal of the patient, what is the stool and urine. Now if you can see in this last 1 month, what the pattern of the disease which we are seeing, there is a increased amount of the patient complaining of loose motions. So initially the doctors think that it is a normal gastroenteritis due to the heat increased climate over here, but no, this is the pattern of the disease. And if you can recollect, in the initial month of March, this things were mentioned that diarrhea is in part of COVID, and the common medicine which were given, especially the medicine Bryony also, if you can see, there is a under it diarrhea is a very important symptom. Phosphorus diarrhea has a very important symptom. Viretrum album has a diarrhea as a very important symptom. So you need to consider all those things also. What are the menstrual function? At times the patient is menstruating, so you have to ask what the complaint she is facing specifically, what are her likes and dislikes. Now ailment swarm plays a very important role over here also. The patients are complaining that we had something cold food, and then the disease pattern started first in the throat or first in the nose. So you have to understand that from what thing the disease has started and where the location, first location of the disease started. So you can by that judge the pace of the disease also. Master the intercurrent remedy. Learn about the miasmatic load with the patient isn't in the current session. Past suppression helps a lot in prescribing. What is the past history of the patient is also important for us. What is the mental state of the patient? Now, I should tell you this. This is a very important topic, and it plays a very important role in our homeopathic prescribing. I want to lay a great importance to this thing basically. The patient's fear, anxiety, want to help or don't want to help, past trauma, the ailments which recently he has gone through, and how the patient has developed the symptom, the grief, the mortification, the disappointment in love. This plays a very, very important role in these cases. Now we move on to the next point about the repetition. So repetition